Long ago, in a quiet kingdom surrounded by green hills and sparkling rivers, there lived a kind and beautiful girl named Cinderella. Her mother was a woman of quiet strength. She rose early each morning, not because she had to, but because she loved the stillness of dawn. Cinderella often joined her, one cool spring morning. They walked together beneath blooming trees.
Mother, why do you always greet the sun before anyone else?
Because morning reminds me that every day is a gift, even the difficult ones.
Will there be many difficult days? There are for everyone. But hardship does not decide who we become. Our choices do.
Their household was not extravagant, but it was peaceful. Evenings were spent reading by candlelight. Her father told stories from distant towns. Her mother embroidered, quietly while listening. It was a house filled with steadiness. Until her mother started to fall ill at first. It was small to tired breath. A lingering chill.
You must rest.
I will. It is nothing.
But it was not nothing. Days turned into weeks. The garden grew untended. The house grew quieter. The village doctor visited often. His expression grave, though his words remained polite. Cinderella sat beside her mother's bed.
If I cannot stay, you must not let bitterness grow in your heart.
Please do not speak like that. Listen to me. The world may test you. People may wound you. But you must remain honest and patient. Promise me.
I promise, Mother.
Before winter ended, the house that once held laughter held only silence. Snow covered the estate. The day her mother was buried, Cinderella stood beside her father. Their black coats heavy against the cold wind. As time went on, Cinderella's father remarried with a widow, refined, elegant, and cold as winter. The widow arrived in a dark carriage, her posture impeccable. Her daughter stepped from the carriage behind her. Cinderella stepped forward and bowed her head slightly.
I hope you will feel at home here.
Only months after the remarriage, urgent business called her father overseas.
Father, return quickly. I will miss you.
I always do.
Everything changed. With his passing, her stepmother revealed her true nature. She dismissed the servants, handed their duties to Cinderella, and moved her into the attic.
It is improper for my daughters to manage chores, but you are accustomed to such tasks.
Day by day, Cinderella found herself transformed from daughter of the house into its servant. Late that night, Cinderella stood alone in her room.
Mother, I really miss you.
One day in the town square, the sound of hooves striking stone was heard.
In the name of His Majesty, a royal assembly shall be held at the palace 3 nights hence. All unmarried young women of good standing are invited to attend. His Highness the Prince seeks a bride.
Villagers gathered, murmuring with curiosity. Excited whispers spread like wildfire. From an upstairs window, Cinderella paused in her work, a basket of folded linens in her arms. Downstairs, her stepmother's voice rang sharply.
My child, come closer.
There will be a royal assembly at the palace. At the palace? You will attend, both of you.
Cinderella slowly descended the staircase.
Is it true? All young women are invited.
The proclamation says so. I would like to go. You? In those worn sleeves?
Cinderella did not lower her gaze.
I am my father's daughter. This was once my home.
Very well. If you complete your duties, every duty, before the evening of the ball, you may attend.
For days, house turned frantic. Silks were delivered, jewels polished, shoes adjusted.
Tighter.
You pull as though you resent me.
Meanwhile, Cinderella completed her usual chores, scrubbing floors, cleaning grates, preparing meals. From her late mother's dress, she created something simple but beautiful, something that made her feel like herself again. Late on the afternoon of the ball, she stood before a small mirror. Having washed carefully and tied her hair back with a modest ribbon, she descended the stairs.
Is that what you intend to wear?
Yes, this is my dress.
One stepsister circled her slowly, without warning. One tugged at the sleeve, the other laughed and pulled at the hem. But the delicate old seams tore easily. The fabric ripped, pearl buttons scattered across the floor.
You overestimated your place. Stay here.
The carriage departed without her. Cinderella walked into the garden, breathing the cool air to steady herself.
I did everything asked, every task.
Then, in the quiet of her despair, a warm light shimmered.
Don't be sad, my dear. Everything will be all right.
An older woman stood in front of her, cloaked in grey, her posture straight despite her years.
Why are you so sad? Who are you? Me? I come to help you, my dear. Do you truly wish to attend the assembly?
Yes.
For the prince?
No, for myself.
Then stand still.
Cinderella felt the weight of her torn dress change.
Beautiful.
Her worn shoes hardened into clear, delicate slippers. In his garden, the pumpkin harvest shimmered and reformed into a white polished carriage. The mice in the garden turned into very upright royal horses.
The enchantment will dissolve at midnight. Not a moment later. Do not test it.
I will return before then. Go now, my dear. May all your dreams come true.
The palace blazed with torchlight, music echoing. Cinderella entered. Conversation slowed, not because she was adorned in excessive splendor, but because she carried herself with unusual composure. The prince, standing near the grand staircase, noticed first her expression, thoughtful, spare, observant rather than her attire. They danced across the marble floors beneath glowing lanterns.
You arrived alone?
Yes, Your Highness.
That is uncommon. May I know your name?
For tonight, I would rather not be known by family.
Hours passed unnoticed. Then, faintly from a distant tower, the first bell rang.
I must leave!
Why?
Forgive me, I must go!
Cinderella ran, but down the stairs through the courtyard, fleeing before the magic unraveled. One glass slipper slipped free and remained on the step.
Wait!
And far down the dark road, Cinderella ran, just as the silk returned to worn cloth, the carriage to pumpkin, the horses into mice. The morning after the royal assembly, the palace felt strangely empty. The prince stood alone in the grand hall, holding the single glass slipper in his hands. A royal decree was announced throughout the kingdom. Prince would marry the young woman whose foot fit the glass slipper. And so the search began. At last, the procession reached the estate where Cinderella lived. Prince stepped into the house, carrying the slipper personally. The stepsisters rushed forward eagerly. The first sister sat stiffly in a chair and tried the glass slipper, but the slipper stopped halfway. She forced harder. The second sister tried next, but the glass slipper looked too big on his feet.
Is there no one else in this house?
Only a servant girl.
She is not fit to stand before you.
Bring her.
Cinderella entered quietly, wearing a simple dress, her hands still faintly marked from work.
You wish to try?
Yes, I will try.
Cinderella sat down, but she removed her worn shoe and extended her foot. The glass slipper slid into place as if it had been waiting.
It is exact.
Cinderella reached into her pocket.
I believe this belongs with it.
You left in great haste.
The stepsisters stared in disbelief.
This cannot be!
Will you come to the palace, not as a guest this time, but as my equal?
Yes.
News spread quickly. Bells rang across the kingdom. Cinderella wore a beautiful gown. She walked with calm steps, not trembling. When the ceremony ended, cheers echoed beyond the palace walls. Across the kingdom, people spoke not only of beauty, but of character.